O Mother Nui, stretch high above this valley. Your starry body is our glory. Then see the hawk of yonder Rahur quit, his fiery splendor, oh so mighty. He brings a light for all our weary souls. He makes the broken spirit whole.
Welcome to this custom deep dive where our mission today is to explore how the church dug up anonymous Roman skeletons and basically transformed them into bejeweled, holy propaganda. So, picture the 16th century. The Protestant Reformation is just sweeping across Europe, right?
Right, and traditional Catholic relics are just, being systematically destroyed left and right.
Exactly. I mean, imagine if your community's ultimate magical protective shield just vanished overnight. You'd feel completely exposed. So there's this terrifying sacred vacuum, and the timing of the church's solution was, well, it was almost too perfect.
Oh, absolutely. So in 1578, workers just outside Rome accidentally break into this massive, forgotten network of ancient subterranean catacombs.
Mm-hmm.
And the Vatican immediately frames this discovery as a miraculous, divine restock of fresh martyrs.
Yeah.
To bolster the Counter-Reformation.
But the archaeological reality was actually quite different, right?
Yeah, completely different. I mean, these were not exclusive Christian hiding spots at all. They were just communal burial sites used by everyday Romans, Jewish people, and pagans alike.
Wait, hold on. If these were just everyday anonymous citizens buried underground, how did the church get away with boxing them up and, shipping them off as officially recognized saints? Did they just fabricate their identities out of thin air?
Basically, yes.
Yeah.
I mean, they relied on highly motivated, incredibly faulty detective work to prove martyrdom. Like, if they found a tomb etched with the letter M, they just declared it meant martyr.
Really? Just based on an M?
Yeah. When in reality, it likely stood for a super common name like Marcus or even Manus, which just meant the spirits of the dead.
Oh, wow. That is a stretch.
It gets better. If they found little phials buried nearby, they claimed it was a martyr's dried blood. But modern chemical analysis tells us it was literally just ancient funerary perfume or, wine.
So they literally had no idea who these people actually were.
Exactly. Which meant the church had to invent entirely new identities for them through this process called battezzati, or rebaptism. They would rebrand a skeleton with a virtue name. So, Saint Constantius for constancy.
Oh, I see. Or didn't they sometimes name the bones after the wealthy donor who paid for their physical relocation?
Yeah, a process Catholic tradition refers to as their translation. My favorite, though, is this one hilariously honest case in Switzerland where they apparently just ran out of ideas and officially named a skeleton Saint Anonymous.
Saint Anonymous. That is amazing. Okay, so you have a freshly named saint, but think about this from a practical standpoint. You are dealing with 1,000-year-old bones that have been sitting in the damp earth forever.
Right, they're super brittle.
Yeah, you can't just prop a dusty skeleton up in a cathedral and expect people to be inspired. Here's where it gets really interesting. They needed a massive aesthetic overhaul. Right?
Yeah, a huge one. Skilled nuns would actually spend up to 3 years working on a single skeleton. Because ancient bone is extremely porous and crumbling, they first had to soak the bones in animal glue just to stabilize the structure.
3 years on one skeleton. That's intense. And then they wrap the bones in silk, right?
Yeah, tightly in delicate silk mesh. And that wasn't just decorative. It created a stable foundation so they could actually sew gold, lace, and pearls directly onto the skeleton without shattering the fragile bone underneath.
And to fix the unsettling factor of a bare, grinning skull, they molded wax faces over the bone and inserted glass eyes. I mean, it gave them this haunting, lifelike gaze.
Oh, the sheer volume of wealth attached to them was staggering. Like St. Albertus in Germany had his skull and rib cage completely obscured by precious jewels.
Just completely covered.
Yeah. And for the towns that received them, these glittering figures became hyper-local community avatars. They even adopted highly niche specialties based on whatever the local population needed.
Like the one who cured urinary disorders.
Yes. A Swiss catacomb saint actually became the official patron of curing urinary disorders after a local woman claimed praying to him healed her condition.
That is incredibly specific. But, society inevitably shifts. By the late 18th century, all this Baroque excess collides with the age of reason.
Right, so Emperor Joseph II of Austria spearheads these Enlightenment reforms, applying strict utilitarian logic to society.
Like a ruthless, minimalist societal makeover.
Exactly. Suddenly, these magnificent jeweled skeletons are viewed as embarrassing, wasteful superstitions. They are stripped of their jewels, boarded up behind screens in crypts, or literally auctioned off to the highest bidder as oddities.
It's wild to think they went from being literal saviors to embarrassing junk. But they didn't stay hidden forever. If we connect this to the bigger picture today, they're experiencing a revival.
Yeah, largely thanks to art historian Paul Koudounaris, who tracked them down and photographed them. Through his lens, we don't look at them as religious frauds anymore. They are celebrated as masterpieces of Baroque craftsmanship.
Right, and the contemporary death-positive movement has really embraced them as a creative way to re-engage with mortality rather than just hiding it away.
It's a total shift in perspective.
It really is. It's an unbelievable journey. From forgotten everyday citizens, to glittering saviors, to hidden embarrassments, and finally to modern artistic treasures. And it leaves you with a fascinating question about how we handle death today.
Oh, definitely.
Remember Emperor Joseph II, the minimalist reformer who hid these saints away? Well, he actually tried to enforce the use of economy coffins for the public.
Wait, the ones with the trap doors?
Yes. Coffins equipped with reusable trapdoor bottoms to save money and space, just dropping bodies directly into a communal pit.
That is so incredibly bleak.
It really is. It makes you wonder, has our modern society completely adopted his hidden, highly sanitized approach to mortality? Or do you think we still secretly crave the tangible, beautiful communal mourning represented by the catacomb saints?
That's a profound thought.
Something to mull over. Catch you on the next deep dive.